Yes. How else do you want to choose your life? Heads.
Now, do you always pick heads?
No.
Okay.
No, it's always different.
It's always by feel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I never asked. Like,
That's a good question.
we flipped the coin together many times, and it never really occurred. Like, I never kept score. Oh, does he pick heads?
You know what's funny? My odds would be far better if I picked heads every time. If you think about it.
Yeah, but then it's like,
because then I truly have a 50-50 shot. Like, if you all the way break it down.
Yeah.
You kind of do anyway, no matter what.
You do,
but if every time I pick heads, then it's just down to whether heads happened more times in my life than it didn't. Like, and
yeah. I don't like that though. I feel like once the coin is in the air,
you gotta vibe it.
You gotta feel it, right?
Yep.
You gotta feel it while it's in the air, and you gotta be like, this is a tails flip.
Depends on the coin too. Some coins you can rub it, and you can be like, there's a lot more going on this tails side.
I gotta tell you,
there's a tree and an eagle. Like
tails on quarters mess you up because they're all different.
Right.
Every single one of them.
Right.
There's no consistency. If you got your doubloon,
right,
which is fantastic.
Well, I've got a couple now, and they're different too.
Yeah.
So it's not always the same one. It's generally this one has been for a while.
But you know what? You're going out and going, this is a really cool coin. I'm going to get this.
Right. Yeah.
It's not labeled and named something that you're just like, you take for face value. No pun intended.
Sure.
Take for face value and go, it's the same thing all the time.
Right.
So when you're flipping that coin and you've got a New York on your tails as opposed to Colorado or Hawaii, that changes everything.
The amount of letters, man. Yeah. One side's heavier than the other.
Right. I mean, they say no, it's not, but
right.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
it is.
The air's going to hit it differently because it's raised.
Yeah, aerodynamics.
Places. Yeah, man.
It's a thing.
It really is.
It really is a thing.
Didn't you see?
I know people hate science.
Do you see the Mythbusters where they made the car look like a golf ball and they actually they caught speed and it was more aerodynamic?
Oh no!
They put a bunch of divots like they do in a golf ball.
Yeah,
that's why all those divots are in the golf ball, so it'll go faster and further.
Yeah,
and they did it to a car, and they actually had less wind resistance. And
oh man, I feel like I should have seen that episode, but I don't think I have. I love that show. I love that show.
Man, I missed that show. Yeah. That was so great. Yeah. You remember that time in history when Mythbusters was a huge show and people were interested in like finding out the real reason behind things and how things worked?
Yeah.
Versus like I get my news from TikTok.
Yeah,
because they give it to you straight over there.
Dude, that bothers me. That bothers me now. You get. I feel like the world of social media. So a lot of people are like, you should definitely check your source and blah 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 and things like that. And then they report from TikTok, and it's like, well, you just reported from some asshole, like staring at his phone in his kitchen, making a goofy voice, coming up with some sort of political commentary.
Yeah.
Check your sources. Check that guy.
Yeah.
Check that guy.
I enjoy how so many people go on something called social media purposely to be antisocial and spread rumors.
Yeah. Right.
Like, do you know what you're on right now? Let's be social. And you know what? Let's check our media. Let's check.
Yeah. That's really ridiculous that they man, I also hate TikTok and Instagram recipes.
Yeah, they don't, because that's no.